welcome back to the channel of Pro Ends of Vids, and this is my Manly vs Roosters pre-season challenge review. And obviously the Sea Eagles got the win here, winning 28 points to 16 in what was a very good trial match win, I will say. I know it's a trial match and obviously it doesn't matter too much heading to the real season, but it indicates to me that there's something going right there, because I think looking at last week's performance and looking at this game, it's obviously showing some sort of good signs ahead. So no, look, I'm very happy with the win. I'm very impressed with how some players played, and I think going forward there's a real positive aura about this team. So I hope I'm still feeling the same way when it comes to the real season. But no, it's good. It's good to see that the boys are playing like this, and it seems like under Seabold, you know, things are looking pretty good. And you know, I know it's early days, and you know, I guess I can't get ahead of myself, but I do think with what's been happening at the club and the changes are starting to pay off, I reckon. So it's good to see. But yeah, no, look, obviously as a decent win over the Roosters, I think our first half was spectacular. That was, you know, one of the best first halves of footy I've seen in a long time by us. Yeah, it's a trial, but just in general, seeing how we played in that first half, I've never seen a better first half than that, like, you know, in a while at least. But, you know, the second half was a bit disappointing to see how we let that comeback sort of come in, because I did think that, you know, we shouldn't have let those last couple of tries in by the Roosters. Like, Nat Butcher's try was pretty simple. Lindsay Collins' try was way too easy. We should have defended that one. So that was a bit disappointing, I guess. Like, that bit of fatigue kicking it at the end. But no, the boys, the whole game, the boys were defending their asses off. Like, honestly, when I was like watching the game, and obviously I was live reacting to it as well. Like, they were defending the whole game, and every time the Roosters had a chance to score, they just deflected it. It was either we defended our way to stop the Roosters from scoring, or it was just the Roosters made another error, because their errors tonight were not good enough. I mean, I know that like I said, I know the trial and everything, and obviously the Roosters will be fine come round one, but some of their errors tonight were a bit disappointing. Like, their discipline under guys like Tedesco, Tupou was there, Suaalii was there. Who else? You know, they had most of their full strength team there. Collins, Smith, Lodge, Egan, the Butcher brothers, Egan and Nat, and Victor Rayleigh. So honestly, they had most of their team there, and yeah, still didn't look as good. But I'm sure Robbo will get those combinations fixed up before round one anyway. So I wouldn't be panicking if I was a Roosters fan. But yeah, they'll be fine. But as for Manly, well, it was really one-way traffic, to be honest. I mean, it's until those late tries the Roosters scored, it was just one-way traffic for Manly. Like, you know, guys like Ko Weeks at fullback were fantastic. Like, I think he's someone that we need to keep long-term, because I've been really impressed with his sort of form. Like, towards the back end of last year when he debuted, he was pretty good. But I think, yeah, I think it's a tough one with Weeks, because he's obviously been training at fullback and played a bit of 5'8" for tonight. But does he have a position in the team? Because I think maybe jersey 14 could be another position for him, maybe. So depends what the coaching staff want, I guess. But I wouldn't mind if Weeks gets a spot somewhere in that team. Just depends where. But he's a gun, that's for sure. Ruben Garrick was fantastic. Should have got that other try when Kohler made that line break and combined with Weeks there, and I think Johns kicked it on the last tackle after that line break, and Garrett caught it and scored. But he just put his foot out. I know people are saying he should have been a try, but look, I think he went out first before he put the ball down, unfortunately. But Garrett still scored a double, and that's fantastic, because he had a great game, Ruben. He really did. So it was good to see Garrick perform that well. I mean, he obviously will play in the centres this year. Well, I think he will play in the centres apparently, but look, if he has to play on the wing for now until, I guess, actually no, sorry, he got 3 tries, but if he has to play on the wing for now until Saab comes back, then that's fair enough, because he obviously has played there many times and stuff. But yeah, I think yeah, he was a standout, along with Schuster and Olakawatu and Kelvin Talangi. Like, Olakawatu was fantastic, smashed blokes and ran rampant and stuff like that. But I just want to say quickly, Schuster and Tunangi's combination on that left-hand edge is looking lethal. And I reckon if they get that combination going and still continue to make that get better over time, then I think that's a very hard edge to get past, because, you know, when Tunangi threw that ball out to yeah, that no look pass, like quick hand passes to Garrick, yeah, that was freakish by Kelmer. So I think that left hand side with Schuster, Tunangi, most likely going to be Parker and Garrick. Yeah, I think that's a really good edge, and I think that's a lot of points there too. Same with the right side with Kola, Tuipulotu, Olakau'atu, and DCE. Like, that's a good edge as well. So it seems like we are attacking on our edges a lot more, which is good. So got to spread the ball out. And yeah, another sort of shout out to a player tonight, and it goes to well, I've got to acknowledge him because he really had a good game. Like, honestly, he did, and I've obviously hyped him up for a little while now because I know how good he is. But Gordon Chan-Kum-Tong, what a great game by him. He's obviously the future of Manly, I reckon. He just signed a top 30 contract for 2024, I believe. Like, I think that's what he signed. I'm not too sure if it's for this year or next year, but either way, he's staying at Manly until 2024. And I really do think that the game he played tonight and last week against South shows to me that, you know, he's got a place in his team. So I hope he stays, because I think he's got some special talent. So he had a great game tonight, Gordon. So that was good to see. I've got to say, Jake Trbojevic at front row is so much better. His role looks a lot more simple there now. Seems like he's not always been the first or second receiver. And I think just him at prop makes a bit more sense, I reckon. It really does. And I think that changes our attack and it makes our attack a bit more clearer. So smart by Seabold for putting Jake at prop. And I think Sean Kirby at lock wasn't that bad either, although I'd put Bullimore there personally. Aloye Harper played okay for the time they were on. I'm sad about Harper's injury because there's talk it might be an ACL, but I don't think it is. But until scans confirm otherwise, I don't believe any of what people have said. But yeah, it was a bit disappointing to see Harper go off there. Hopefully he's all good. But, you know, just saying, in general, this was a good team performance. Like, without DC and without Tom Trbojevic, I think that's a pretty impressive performance. And I know it's not a real regular season game, but if it was, well, I think this indicates that we could be the real deal this year, hopefully. But anyway, bring on round one, the Bulldogs at 4 pints. I'll be there, so looking forward to seeing how they do back up this sort of good trial match form to the round one. I'm pretty confident that we can do that, so hopefully it's the case. But everyone, what a win by Manly, 28 points to 16, good win, and hopefully it locks up our $100,000 money. So I hope so anyway. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please comment your thoughts on the game as well. So have a good one, everyone.